Yep. So here is Blackout. So casually, you're like, oh, you know, you got to be sneaky. You got to, you know, snipe these enemies. Maybe walk past these, but that's really, really slow. So Kluger, you were kind of experimenting with this one a bit, and you kind of figure out like where the trigger like to spawn them or teleport them is.
Yeah, so basically, don't get alerted, but take the fastest path you can without getting alerted up to the rightmost like arch under the bridge, and then as soon as you get through there, turn right and run up that hill, like stick to the wall, and you'll see them teleport.
Yep, there it is. You also want to start killing these guys pretty quickly, and you'll see where I shoot these tubes. So you can shoot it like in through this doorway to kill out or kill those two. Then you can shoot another one there. I don't know if it matters too much because they're kind of like on a set path, but you can see like this is way faster than, you know, if you stopped over there, aggro those enemies, you know, fought them. They pretty much are just right here right away. And we should normally like around 1 minute, Price should get to this position and get ready to go through the door.
So wasn't there a very old strat where people were throwing grenades at Price at the beginning of Blackout?
Yes.
Which I guess is irrelevant now that we know we're
Shit.
teleporting them for sure.
Yeah, so you can nade Price and he will run, but that is what most likely will be the result, where he just runs the complete wrong way. There are ways to, you know, block their path and throw a grenade in a specific spot, and they will go like where you want them to, but when they're already in the process of running, like it's just too many variables going on. It's just not worth it.
Especially in a full game run. I don't think any of those strats are really worth it for full game because they save a tiny amount of time.
Yeah.
And they can easily go wrong.
Here, you just want to take out, you know, how many enemies do you need to take out? I think it's like, I want to say it's like 3 or 4, but maybe you don't need to take out any. Maybe Survivor, you know the answer to that?
I'm pretty sure it's a certain group actually. You need to take out the ones in front of the building.
Also, I am one of the few runners that likes to try and throw C4 into this window.
I was gonna say, I think you're the only one that does this.
That was nowhere near where it needs to be, but essentially what we want is these turret dudes to spawn, which you can go based off of dialogue or just timing. But as soon as those guys die, we should see the helicopters kind of spawn in.
Should make a save state here too.
I did already, okay, just
so.
in case, yeah. But yeah, so the helicopters means we're good. Kamarov's gonna come over here and open this door. I'm gonna go ahead and revert back and try go for the C4 one more time. But what I do here is I aim at this little cloud here and then make sure that I'm lined up with the window. So it's usually like something like that. And then you do like a sprint throw jump. And what you want to get is the C4 like on this windowsill, which I unfortunately didn't get. But it's not a huge deal. Just pull out the tube, line it up. It's gonna, you know, change a little bit depending on your FOV. Then we're gonna come over here, and we can talk about a few different ways that the LE works. I'll try your, like everyone else's. I was gonna say your guys' method, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that does it differently. So I'll kind of just cover the sprint one.
First, okay, so yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You explain.
Okay, so yeah, you just need to get under the window a little bit, enough so that you can't stand up, and then I line up the middle of my grenade launcher just to the left of that big black texture bit, and just hold sprint and tap W, and I want to move just slightly left until it stands up. And if you move too far left, you'll just stand up like normal.
Like that.
If you've got the right angle, you should stand right up to the top. So yeah, that was too far left.
And forgive me, I haven't really practiced this way in a long time, so it might be a little tricky for me. Cause like everyone has their own ways of, you know, doing certain lineups. So it's kind of just like learning, you know, what you're comfortable with and getting good at that. Do you say you look a little bit to the left of the black line, or?
Yeah, so just a little bit, but also like if you're, I don't have an exact lineup. I just sort of vaguely go in this area, and if it doesn't work, I adjust. So if you're standing up and it's not working, look a bit more right than you were before, and keep adjusting until it works.
There we go. So yeah, I'm sprinting and tapping W until I get into this position. And once you're here, I'm gonna create a save. We basically
And
want
don't
to do
move
a
at
jump
all.
crouch elevator. What?
Yeah. Don't move at all when you get here, or you'll mess up your lineup for the next
Yes.
elevator.
Yeah.
So
If you move around even a little bit, like I just barely tapped, like strafe, like you will fall down. So here you want to time a jump, crouch, uncrouch at like the apex of your jump, which is pretty tough here because you're hitting your head almost immediately. To try and demonstrate again. Like, and that can sometimes happen too, where you look like you're gonna go up, and then you fall straight back down. So being good at the first part of the elevator is very important for those chances where you just, you know, fall down.
and so I personally like to have crouch bound to 2 different keys here. I find that's the easiest way to press it twice very quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah,
oh, go ahead.
easier than double tapping it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's oh, diarrhea brings up a good point. Nice name as well. So there are theories of nading Price over at this section or the section back there to speed him up, which I didn't really cover, but maybe we can try when we do the full game run. But so the point is to get up here, which you can do with the sprint Ellie, or you can also do it my way, which if you have movement binds set up, which if anyone wants to kind of see what those binds look like, they can do !config in the chat, and it lays out all the different binds that I use, and you can kind of just customize them and set them to whatever buttons you want. But essentially what I have is I have a move forward 0.1 bind to my Y key, which is not on my no board unfortunately, but essentially hit it twice and then stand up, basically looking at a specific spot, and that's what instantly shoots me up to this position, which we are now in the Ellie spot, or the jump Ellie spot. And then from here, it's just, doing the jump crouch Ellie. Hopefully you don't fall like that. And then you want to just, oh, I guess I should probably explain this part. This is also very important, is when you go from this position to on top of the roof, you want to be careful and not move first and then jump. You want to actually jump and then move. If you try to move and then jump, you will fall down like that.
You're on the very, very edge of the thing. That's how elevators work. So there's absolutely no movement to be had before you fall instantly.
Yeah. So any wiggle in any direction, except for maybe right, like this, is okay. You will fall down. So you want to be very, very careful with that. And then once you're up here, you want to be super duper careful as well with how you get to the other side. Because what can happen is if you're not paying attention or like reading chat, for example, that will happen.
Don't sprint.
And if you're trying to rush, if you just barely get the elevator in time and you're trying to get down there quickly, that happens too.
Yes. And basically, when you cross over, you want to kind of just chill here. And I'll kind of explain. We'll have to play through the whole beginning part because I did those binds or whatever. I can do like time scale to like speed us up to a good spot. Let me just do that really quick. I think it's worth explaining like the soft lock, because doing the elevator is one part of it. To make it actually worth it, there's some stuff you have to do with these enemies, and then timing that comes into play. So let me just restart really, really quick, and I'll just try to go through this as quick as I can. You can pay attention to my routing here, or my pathing. It's kind of like your direct line without alerting the guards, which was what Kluger was kind of talking about. I'm not sure if it's like the most optimized path, but it's consistent for me at least.
Yeah, you can run in front or the guard side, let's say, of that first little island or whatever rock formation, but everything else you have to go from the right or through the middle of it to not alert the guards. And sometimes, if you want to do just ILs, you can run closer to the guard station. It's kind of random if they detect you or not, but during any game run, any percent runs, it's not really worth it.
So what I was trying to demonstrate there is a nade that you can potentially do, but if you pull it too early, he'll just freak out and run the wrong way. but at one more step forward, he will actually run through the house fast. But sometimes it's not worth it. Basically, TLDR, don't nade price.
Don't do
You're
that.
just gonna lose time.
Yeah, I haven't seen that strat, but I could see how it might be faster.
It's something I have no intention of grinding or figuring out exactly how it works, to be honest. So let's, man, it would be great if I get the C4 strat, and then I can like mess around with the stuff. But
All that time.
so that's what the C4 strat gives you, is like the extra time to mess around with the elevator. So if you're really bad at the LE, like I can sometimes be, getting the C4 in the window is very, very helpful.
Yeah, because you have all this time, you don't have to stay here. You can just instantly go try out the elevator and then blow up the C4.
I think it is too. I created a save. Yeah,
Trust.
so that's what you want to see.
Yeah, it is.
If it's all the way in there, like there's no chance it fails. So now we have all this time to kind of just mess around. So I'm gonna come over here, do my lineup for this LE, which I use this line here. So let me create a save. And I'm listening for a specific soundbite. So after the second explosion, you hear an enemy scream, and then I hear them blow up and die. So that's how you know that you're good to go. And you should start to hear the helicopters coming in, and which is like your cue to hurry the hell up and get over the house. So let me actually try to do this. So this is an example of getting rushed, which is fairly common on this, and I'm probably gonna fail this, but it's fine. Yeah, damn. Okay. So that is very, very common, and the backup strat is to just go through the house normally, because you only lose about 10 seconds. If it happens, oh my god, I almost didn't listen to my own critique. So you walk over here, and if you did the LE right, and you did it quickly. Also, I didn't blow up the C4, so that's why Price is yelling at me. Yeah, and as soon as those turret dudes die, you should see these guys start to spawn over, and we want to actually take these guys out early. So they are sometimes like bullet sponges, so just take them out as quickly as you can, and this is going to make it so the roof enemies over there spawn sooner. And we're listening for, sir, we've got company. That's when you can leave. So don't leave that area until you hear that, if you're doing the LE.
And yeah, so basically, if you do the elevator correctly and clear all these guys out correctly, you're going to have a bunch of spare time, because you'll have to wait for Kamarov and everyone else to run up, and you'll have all these objectives cleared. Like these 3 roof guys will be all cleared before Kamarov even gets here, so he'll just run straight up.
Yeah, so they don't even bother stopping. Also, this is really good because Price is right behind, which is super duper solid. If Price is like in Narnia way over there, it's gonna take a really long time to get the rappel process started. You know you're on good pace when you hear like victorious, like that's usually good when he gets knocked over. And if you ever hear like the Captain Price dialogue start up, or he starts talking to Captain Price, that's when you know you're not on great pace. Also, this is kind of random, but what you can do is you can actually, oh, all right, never mind. Oh, I still landed it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that was a soft spot, but you can actually jump down there early, but unfortunately it doesn't save any time, because this rappel is crucial, I guess, for your teammates to come all the way down and to proceed to the end, which is very unfortunate. Otherwise, like, we could do some pretty crazy strats there.
Intel percent ice.
Yes. So the routing here, I think, actually matters quite a bit. Sometimes this guy is in your path. Just knifing him can be a bit risky, but I'll kind of do that part again. Let me go ahead and take myself out here.
It's always funny how difficult it can be to die sometimes when you want to, and then how easily it happens when you're in the middle of a run.
Very true. So go front of the truck, then go through this door here. You can also just, you know, switch away from the tube to kill that guy. Usually there's a dude back here or 2. Sometimes there's a group of 3 enemies here, so be careful when you come back here. And this car, I haven't died to it in quite some time, but it may catch on fire when you're not paying attention, which is very, very bad. And this is pretty slow price. Normally, you want to hear the music go dun, 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 and then Price does his dialogue. So my movement could have been a little bit better there, probably. And
Yeah,
then
so
here,
this is one of the biggest maps where waiting for teammates is kind of a thing.
yeah.
Sorry.
Also, shoutouts to that follower bot in the chat. Alright, so there's a couple enemies here that we can actually shoot through the wall. And one area is right here that you want to pre-fire. You can kind of just look at this railing here, and it's slightly to the right of that. And you can actually hear the hit marker sound. That's how you know you got him. And I think this guy on the right actually moves around. So you might not... Oh, I killed him. Okay, never mind. So bottom right-hand corner area of this window is your spot. Killing those two will just take out the enemy early. And then if you want, you can also throw some C4 into this window and that window.
I would say the window on the right's more important because that guy can throw grenades around and potentially mess up Price.
Yeah, agreed. So if you're running low on C4, don't do the other window. And you don't want to blow it up until you touch this staircase, because that's the spawn trigger that spawns them in. So you only should need to kill these two. This guy is dead. You don't have to worry about the grenade shenanigans. And then this guy is also dead, so you don't have to worry about getting absolutely bullied. Sometimes he will just like melee you, but usually you can just wall bang him right here. He just kind of just chilling right here.
Yeah,
and
you
we're
got slow
waiting for
price
this.
here.
Yeah, this was very slow price. I think it's because I was waiting here for so long.
I saw Price. I thought he was fast, and then you run around and looked at things, and then all of a sudden he was really slow. So I
Yeah.
think he just stopped.
He can be very rude. Like, you'll clear out enemies like really, really fast, and he just won't even bother, showing up.
I've run back and seen him just like standing still at the bottom of the staircase, just waiting. It's like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and then from here it's just, wait to board the helicopter. Be very careful when it first comes in. You can die to the propeller blades. I've seen it happen many times. Some people in this very call may have experienced that.
Dude, that would.
Let's see. I guess Reaper asked a good question. Did you cover the best route to take through that village? Which route are you talking about exactly?
I thought we did. Like,
Yeah, we did. He means the one with the like Samter things or whatever.
Oh, after repelling? Yeah, front
Yeah.
front left of the truck, then straight through that door that's front facing you, killing that enemy if he's there, and then going immediately right and out that door. I think lingering in that house can have an effect on price. So usually I try to get through it as quickly as I can. But honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I guess let's go ahead and just play through it really quick, casually. Or not casually, obviously. Very fast.
real quick PB.
Yeah. I PB every time I play this level from start to finish.
If he PBs, it'll be world record, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So the submitted world record is 6:12.4, but he has multiple 6:11s in his full game splits. So
Don't ask me why. But for whatever reason, this level just like clicked.
I don't know, man. I always lose. Even if I do, like, I'm just like, oh, this was a godlike Blackout. And then I compare against your splits, and I'm like, I lost 9 seconds.
exactly. I think my world record had a 6:21, and it's like I think I did everything pretty well, but I lost 10 seconds.
Yeah.
There's also some crazy strats that we used to do where we went out of bounds way over there, around and onto the hill, and then around this balcony, which was very, very scary. I'm
way
super
harder.
happy we don't have to do that anymore.
They're more difficult, riskier, and like just worse in general than the elevator strats.
Yeah, you save 10 seconds, but you know, you can just reset the whole run.
Yeah, and I also already know that I'm not going to get world record because he took 3 extra seconds to get to the door, which is just unfortunate, but
Oof.
it happens.
You may not have gone hard enough right to hit that teleport trigger because
I think you might be right, yeah. Maybe my strafes could have been cleaner too. Is that guy invincible?
Wait, what?
Epic.
Is he just stumbling? What?
Never seen this.
I'm cheating.
Neither have I.
Alright, I know that second one's gonna work. Oh, let's go.
I swear though, blue gets all the weirdest things.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with my game files. Or something.
Never reinstall.
Why reinstall when game is perfect? Also, if you're really good, you can get over here before they even spawn in.
That's blowing up the C4 here is just full swag. Biggest flex.
Contacts northwest.
Alright, they should be
See,
dead.
this is why he's the god of Blackout.
They should be dead, in theory. Also, okay, that guy actually died, so that's good. Mentioning all the soft flex that can happen. Yeah, so here, after doing the Ellie successfully, do not cross that line. Like, do not go past that rock or anything. Just chill here and wait for Gaz's dialogue. Sir something helicopter.
Enemy contact north.
Or sir, we got company. There we go. And then you just strafe up here. Oh, I should have probably covered the regular strats, actually.
Yeah, we didn't do that yet.
Oh,
Do you have a
shit.
save point there? You did make a save. while doing elevator.
Oh yeah, I did. So we'll just play through normally, really quick. Do I lose time when that happens, actually? Oh, this might...
Yeah, you did.
Maybe this is the strat, though, because Price is going to be closer.
Oh, yeah, maybe it doesn't even lose time. That's interesting.
He's right here. Let's see, if
Yeah, I
we
was
even
always
hear... Let's see. Oh, he doesn't even say victorious. That might actually be faster in theory, potentially.
It's probably the same because I mean you slow Kamarov down, but I think price just didn't even change.
Yep.
But yeah, I was always focused on making Kamarov like not stop, but you gotta be paying attention to price. It's the
Yeah.
weakest link there.
Price is just forever just like, come on, man, hurry up. Like, you just go fast. He never does. Also, you will get a stutter there for whatever reason. Jumping on that red box, the game's just like, ugh. It struggles
Doesn't like you.
sometimes.
Yeah, it's the autosave. It really doesn't like this level.
Oh. Oh my god, that guy was chasing me this whole time. So I
Oh,
just
yeah,
try to
wasn't
get
sure
through
if
there
you
as quick as I can. Alright, price is not ideal. That's probably because I almost died. But it's still pretty good.
This is about my pace of price, actually.
Wall bang there. So here, there. You got time. Throw C4. Sometimes you'll do that, which I totally did on purpose to demonstrate that you can mess with the C4. Also, night vision for the lulz.
That's illegal. Don't do that.
We're waiting to pop it on the stairs. That'll kill the guy in Nikolai's room, I think. Or no, the grenade guy. And then you wallbang this dude. Or knife him. Actually, knifing him is pretty risky. I advise against it. Also got slow price again, so forever unlucky. Not sure why the game hates me, but yeah. Also, turn this night vision off.
And then you basically just wait for price to hurry up and get to the helicopter. Basically, and that's like 20 seconds from when you enter it, I think.
Is my save state before the LE
I
was
think it was-
completed?
Yeah, I think you did
Yeah,
it
I
while
think
you.
it is.
Okay, because I think it's worth demonstrating. Because not everyone's gonna obviously be able to do the LE. Like, it's a little weird, especially if you're on console. Like, I don't think I've seen somebody hit it on controller yet.
Yeah,
I don't-
definitely not.
I think I tried on 60 FPS and I wasn't able to do it, so it might be one of those where it's like really tough.
Yeah, this is not even 620, dude. Feels bad.
Wow.
So slow. Yeah, I'm not gonna complete the level. I'm gonna go ahead and load right now. But basically, oh shit. Wait.
When he calls your usual pace so slow. Cries on Survivor.
I we have to go through. I'm gonna just
We
time
do, we
scale
have
everything. Yeah, I'm gonna time
Yeah.
scale everything. Actually, wait. Let's do this. Time scale.
Yeah, do this properly.
Oh my god, how did you do these meme runs, Kluger?
It's a challenge. Is this timescale 2 or 3? I
Three.
didn't see what you typed.
3.
Okay, that makes more sense. 2 is just barely manageable for strafing.
This is Alvin and the Chipmunks %. Also, my game might crash, so hopefully not.
Imagine seeing Price walk that fast. Wow, he was just flying up there.
Take off the time scale before.
Yeah,
we
I just did.
waste time.
Contacts northwest.
Alright, so we killed the turret guys. And let's say, you know, maybe we're not going for the LE, or, you know, maybe we fail it a few times. It's totally okay. It's not like the time to panic or anything. Just gotta, you know, hopefully you get some, you know, good luck on the enemies on the hill. And if you do what I'm about to do, it should be pretty good. You should only lose like 10 seconds or so, depending on, you know, how good of a clear you get.
Yeah, I think you can lose like even less than that. Like
Yeah.
a surprising amount less, but it can be quite difficult to get the hill enemies cleared really quickly. One of it strangely.
Come on, Kamarov. There also might be a way to, I don't know if someone wants to try, you know, figure this out, but if you can push Kamarov closer, obviously that's good for, you know, people that don't do elevator.
You can, but I don't know. It's just kind of tedious.
Pushing enemies actually triggers me.
So
Okay,
I
continue.
shoot down there, come up here, fall back a bit, 2 tubes, and you're done.
Oh, that is how you do that. Okay, that is so much better than what I was doing.
These guys should spawn in a second. If they don't, okay, there they go. If they're taking longer than usual to spawn, immediately start killing some dudes down here. It's possible you didn't kill enough. But killing the group of enemies right here early, like when I stopped over there to tube, one, all these guys are grouping up, and it's time that I can just, like, you know, make sure that these dudes are dead. But killing those guys first will immediately start the spawn trigger for the roof enemies. And then while that's happening, I'm coming up here. I'm getting to about this point, and that is, for whatever reason, when you get up to a certain point, your teammates just go full aggro, and they'll take out like all the dudes on the left super quick, and that leaves just the guys on the right. So what you want to do is get here, come back a bit, start tubing like this, and then maybe one more towards the middle, and that should take out the enemies pretty much every time. And then by then it's just, you know, come back here and take these guys out. If you're low on tubes, just shoot these guys. Don't throw a grenade, because what can happen is, like, you'll throw one in there and a guy will run way over there and you lose him. You can also get him from this angle too if that's easier, but yeah, that's basically Blackout.